What's good, Northwind? My name is Sumio, and today is a big day for Northwind. Let me tell you that. A lot of things have been happening with Northwind today, and with the recent news and upcoming of Northwind's, things to come for the future for Northwind, and I'm very excited. It's This update is going to be insane. I feel like there's also new things I wanted to talk about, including like house building, advertisements, and then also Buvel. So I'm going to cover all those today in this video, and this is going to be a little more like a yap and more like a, I don't know, just like me being excited for Northwind and what I think as a older player think, or like an OG. And so this is going to cover all the things that have been released today for Northwind. So yeah, let's get started. All right. So let's talk about the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which was house building. At this point, the Northwind staff have removed all of the rules of house building and have lifted, all of the restrictions, which is kind of crazy to think about. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I love defending houses and forts and stuff like that. For the longest time, many people were worried about building certain types of houses and putting different features in that could be bannable. And by lifting this, I believe this gives the community a way better chance to, explore creativity with a little bit of, cheekiness with, for the intent of defending. A reporter from the Northern Times named Jules, he's reported that this includes the following, which is furnace hopping, spawn anchors, faction forts, warehouses, towers, fort buildings and house saves, campfires for defense, parkour entrances, no padlock limits, and airlocks and peak downs, which are allowed now. So that is kind of awesome to think about. I loved airlocks and peak downs. They're always so fun to throw grenades and blunderbusses at people that were coming in. If this is true, you can now lock in people. So let's say like a big mob comes in, you could hypothetically take a lock and lock them in, and then they'd be stuck in there, which is always funny to see, especially if you're dealing with a bigger mob of people. Parkour entrances were always so fun, and I loved seeing the different types of entrances that people would create because of the creativity that went into them. Campfires are a classic, and padlock limits. Padlock limits are going to be kind of interesting to see, especially with airlocks, but you know what? I'd say, let freedom reign, guys. Like, this is going to be really fun, and I'm excited to see what, how the Northwind community reacts to this lift. I'm just very excited to start building some PvP houses. And I know many factions are excited too. The second thing I want to talk about, was pretty vital to the game, which was a mass unban wave, which, if you guys don't know what that is, essentially it's unbanning mostly everyone. Rise has made a comment about that, and he essentially stated that, through much talk with the Northwind moderation and staff, they decided to, unban a bunch of people and forgive the community that was once, breaking the rules at the time. And you know what? I'd say, why not? Why not give people a second chance or a third chance? I believe that they hopefully learn their lesson, and those who, will continue to break rules, we will know, that they will stay banned, hopefully forever. And so I'm excited to see, players that were banned for connections or anything like that, or miscommunication or anything like that. I'm happy to see them back. Banning is a very scary thing, especially when it came to house building. So I'm excited to get a bunch of players back, and this will definitely raise the player count with Northwind. The third thing I wanted to talk about was essentially the staff admitting their mistakes from the past. There has been many miscalls and also, miscommunications with banning, and then also administration. And I'm excited to see that, they're finally taking accountability. They're looking to work with the community and for a better and more essentially a better time with the Northwind people. And I'm excited to see like finally we're moving together instead of there's a level of miscommunication from the community and then also the staff. Transparency, I believe, is the biggest thing for a game. And when the administrators and Rise makes announcements like this, saying like, hey, we may have made mistakes, we're trying our best and we're actively working on what we can do to improve our game and for you guys. I salute them. This is like really great. And now like Northwind, I believe, has a better taste in everyone's mouth, and I'm excited to see how the Northwind staff are going to do. Many Northwind staff have been working really hard and actively to increase the player count of Northwind, and one of the things is like publicly advertising. Publicly advertising is finally coming to Northwind, and I'm very excited. I believe that this new wave of new players will not only bring in the player count, but will also bring in the older players that used to love teaching new players and sharing the experience of Northwind with a new group or a new mass of people. I'm very excited to see how the advertising will go. I know that I run a faction, and I know that many other faction leaders are very excited to start recruiting because it's about time to get some new players up in the game, and I'm very happy what the Northwind staff has decided what to do. The last thing I'd like to talk about, are the mobile UI gameplay has been officially stated that it has been an issue for a while since the start of Northwind, and they're actively working on it and creating remedies for console and mobile additions to support Northwind. This will not only guarantee that there'll be other ways to play Northwind, but it will also allow people who do not have a PC or do not have a computer to play Northwind as well. So yeah, some other changes that are not so big, but I think are really vital to Northwind and paramount to get set off, is that there will be a lot more ores added to the game for us to mess around with. Ores, in my personal opinion, we don't need them, but it's nice to have them in our arsenal. I think we already have enough ores, especially with the last update, with the introduction of all those green and different colored ores. New general, optimization and new UI changes and, new sound effects. If you guys haven't been looking at the leaks and teasers, the new gun sound effects, I believe, are really, really cool. I like the new darker, kind of more louder bang that you get from the spark of the flint. And then, of course, other broader bug fixes. I think bug fixes are amazing. And also, the new sound effects will be really fun. But yeah, overall, the new announcements and updates that have been scheduled to release later today and then the next coming weeks have already increased the player count. There is currently, I believe, 250 members on right now. From just yesterday, the highest pop was 150. So it already has gained 100 players by just making that announcement. And I'm very excited to see how Northwind will do with the advertising and changes to the rules and stuff like that. So yeah, that should basically wrap up the video. Like I said again, this is just me rambling about how excited I am for the new updates. And yeah, if you guys like this style of video, let me know. If you guys want to see a different, video, definitely comment and what you guys want to see in content and stuff like that. I'm just going to start making more content, pushing out more, things for you guys to watch. But yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And yeah, have fun out there, and I'll see you guys later.